We want you to know what to do if something happens in your home and how to prevent some of the most common fires. Greensboro Fire and Life Safety Educator Dee Shelton is joining us, going over all things related to fire safety in your home, and she's taking your questions as well. You can text us your questions. The number is 336-379-5775. Remember, this is text only, so please don't call. All right, Dee, let's first talk about those Greensboro fire stats, and you kind of have them listed about what causes the most fires and then all the way down the list.
Right. So, and not really only just in Greensboro, but nationwide, cooking always is the top of the list. Unattended cooking. You got to stay with what you're cooking, especially if you're frying foods or cooking something at a high temperature. And we even, kind of suggest that we don't cook on high. A lot of times we want it now. We're in a microwave society, so we want to fry something or we want to boil water. We put it on high and we leave it, and then it's going to take a few minutes. You leave the room, you answer the phone, you check the TV or check your whatever, and then we forget about it, and that's what causes the most fires. Okay. So stay with it. Keep a lid on right nearby that fits the pan that you're cooking in, and make sure that everyone is out of the area, like pets and children, anybody that could cause you to trip, or if you're going to spill something, keep them out of the area or at least 3 feet away. Stay with what you're cooking. I can't say that enough.
Stay with what you're cooking. The second on the list is the bedroom. They say that's the second highest at incidents, and you said most of that is from either smoking or phone chargers?
Right. I mean, a lot of people don't realize that. Don't go to sleep with your phone plugged in or your iPad or your computer, and now it's plugged in. You're in the bed with it and you fall asleep. Try to make sure you go ahead and take that out of the bed, set it over on a hard surface. I realize it needs to charge, but those things heat up and they do cause fires. So be careful with that. Smoking should be done outside, definitely not in the bed. But if it's in the bedroom area, those typically seem to be the reasons why, for the most part.
All right, on that same list, next off is laundry and then people's outside balconies.
Yes, laundry room, that's kind of a no-brainer. The dryer is our biggest issue in the laundry room, making sure that your vents are cleaned. Not only the vents are clean, like you're cleaning out that trap after every load, but you want to make sure that the hose that vents to the outside, sometimes it's a straight hose, and you still need to clean those, or the corrugated, you can clean them or just replace them. They're pretty cheap, at least once or twice a year. And just check the plugs and make sure you don't see anything around the plug, any dark area or something that looks like it may be melted.
All right, and that exterior balcony thing, that's people are cooking there and that kind of stuff, yes, or smoking outside and they forget to extinguish things.
Yes, discarded smoking materials is huge. Cooking on a balcony, if you're in an apartment and there's people above you, or if you're at home on your porch or whatever, get the grill off the porch or out from under those balconies. Make sure there's no overhang where you're grilling your food.
All right, let's talk about smoke alarms. There are things that we kind of take for granted that they're just always going to work. And I think one of the biggest fallacies is people think, well, even if the smoke alarm doesn't get it, I'm sure I'll wake up.
No, not true. Smoke has carbon monoxide in it as well, so it does not wake us up. It will put you in a deeper sleep, and then you don't wake up, and that's it. So you want to make sure that your smoke alarms are working. A lot of people think I replaced the battery, I pushed the button, I tested it, it beeped, so it's working, and that's not necessarily true. They typically come with a 10-year warranty. They last about 10 years. How do you know the age of yours? Flip it over, look on the back for the date. That's the manufacturer date. Add 10 years to that, tells you when it expires. Not like a light switch. It doesn't just flip on or off. It just kind of, through the years, the radiation dissipates, and it causes it to lessen its accuracy.
And it used to be, we would say, check the battery once a year, and if you, hit the little button and it beeps, then it's still good. But you say don't go with that.
We should do that. You should test it every month to make sure your battery's good. But at the same time, when that 10-year span is out, if it's giving you that chirp that you think it's the battery and you replace the battery and it doesn't stop chirping, then it's giving you an end of life and you need to replace the alarm.
All right. And again, what she's saying is that smoke alarms, like so many other things, have an expiration. So sometimes you actually need to take the smoke alarm down, look at it, and look at the date. And really, it is 10 years, and you need to go. And so a lot of times they're like, do I have enough smoke alarms in the house? You should have them where?
Well, that it is based on the code at the time the home was built, but not to get in the weeds on that. If you have questions, of course, we'll give you the number at the end. But it is great if you can add in smoke alarms and have one in every bedroom, one out in the hallway, like outside those bedrooms, and at least one on every level of the home.
At least on every level of the home, but don't put it right in your kitchen, because every time you cook and you burn something, it's going to go off. So have it right outside your kitchen. All
Not
right.
outside the kitchen and not outside the bathroom.
Okay. All right. We're going to continue to take your questions and talk about fire safety. We'll be right back.